Did you hear?
I'm listening.
My Spotify premium ended. How terrible. Once that guy's stream starting in just a moment. All right. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Again, apologies that the music cut out there on the intro. I forgot that my Spotify ran out. I gotta re-up. It'll be there for the next stream. I promise. How we doing, folks? Servers are back online for all of those. For those of you who were asking, the the maintenance did not take the full 3.5 hours that they originally said. Okay, trying to catch up on everything going down. Hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube. How are we doing, people? Fall, what's up? Taylor. Old Man Cartman, how you doing? Warzone, Stinger, Postman. Night King. Trey, what's up, man? What do we got on Twitch? SMF, Linus Sith. A bunch of people, and I have to take a moment to thank Leo for resubbing a tier 1 and for gifting out 10 subs. Thank you so much, man. Before we could even get to the broadcast. Thank you so much, my friend. If any of those 10 people are here in the chat, please drop Leo a thank you for his generosity. As always, Galen as well coming in with the resub for 6 months at tier 1. Thank you so much, man. Said afternoon, everyone. Afternoon to yourself. My friend, we're here. Bit of a rocky morning, but we're here. Someone said, is it up for Xbox? You're watching Xbox gameplay right now, so it is online. Game is back up and running. They did confirm that there will be compensation coming later this week for the instability issues today. So I assume we'll get further details on that soon. But that is on the way. But we've got things to do today, people. It is new patch day. Year 8 Season 1.2. We have the new classified assignment that came out. I've already gone and ran it earlier, but that is now here for people to play. We have the prototype vendor, which you can find just to the side of the escalation station here. The costs are quite low. I saw people thinking it was going to be 100, 200, 500 tokens. It's 5 for a random cache and then 10 for a targeted one. So, pretty low costs there. Striker is in the escalation rotation today. We're going to be playing through that, definitely. The Caduceus is coming back. If you haven't seen, people found this pretty early on. It is in the expertise menu. Current theory is that it's going to be tied to the Brooklyn Celebration event that is on the calendar for May 21st. We don't exactly know what that's going to be yet, but I'm excited to get it. That's a classic Division 1 gun. So we got a bunch of stuff. There's also a pretty... Look at this Ouroboros skin in the store. It like changes the effect based on what element of ammo you currently have loaded. It's a little bit out there in terms of realism, but I will probably be getting it because that's pretty cool. And then there's the Reed bundle here as well. I think that covers the daily announcements. There was a lot of things to do. Without spoilers, which in the new classified assignments was your favorite in terms of story, aesthetic, etc.? The first one. I wasn't actually a huge fan of this one. The environments are cool enough, but I didn't think the puzzles were that cool, nor did I think the lore was... I don't think we learned that much, I guess, compared to the first one. But, you know, a new mission's a new mission. I won't complain about that. What kind of gun was it in Div 1? It was a MK16, I think is the model. And it had a talent where critical hits on enemies healed you and your allies for 1% of your skill power. So it was like a self-healing and group healing weapon. They'll have to change that, of course, because skill power doesn't exist in Div 2. But however they do it, I'm very curious to see what it'll be there. Postman with the 44 months on YouTube. Thank you, sir. Striker in Jefferson Trade, indeed. We're going to be going there. Thank you for 44 months, man. That's insane, as I say every time. Has the man up been easy this time? Do you mean for the entire season, Volt, or for the new target that came out today? I've not done it yet. Or I guess I have done some of it. Oh, defeat Warhounds. And then other stuff, so... I don't know. I do not know. Rogue, you seen the launch of the Division tabletop? Yes, I actually pledged my bit. Got my pre-order in. And it hit the target, like, within the first hour. So they're getting a lot of support on that front. But yeah, if anyone was unaware, the Division tabletop game launched their Kickstarter today. That's going to be shipping in October. Not a huge tabletop aficionado myself, but I'm looking forward to learning to play that specifically. Core strength and Caduceus will be so OP if they do it based on skill efficiency. I doubt they would do it based on skill efficiency because that's such a limited stat. They might do it based similar to like tardigrade. Although if it's meant to be like a support user's weapon, it depends on if they want it to be like a tank weapon or a support weapon. Because they could do it based off of your armor. They could just do it based off of your repair skills value. I would see that being realistic. Because you can track that, I think. Maybe. Oh, that's not a healing skill. Let's see, if I put like this on. Maybe it doesn't show you the percentage, but they might just do it off of what your total repair skill percentage is on your build. Or they could do something else entirely, we don't know. But if it's anything like the Big Owl, that stayed pretty close to, pretty faithful to the Div 1 version. Donkey, good day to yourself. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. We have over 120 people tuning in on Twitch. Same number, no, nearly 200 on YouTube. Welcome in, everybody. Servers are online for those of you just coming in. The game is back up. The new update is live. Thank you for being here, hanging out. We're going to dive into a bunch of stuff. The headline grabber Grim is the reward for the new classified assignment. I actually have it in my inventory because I completed that this morning before they went down for maintenance. Here it is. It comes with Perfect Strain. Zenra. We're gonna go with that. I hope that's close to correct. How are you? Said hi. Is Elmo that good? I got yesterday a prototype first bloom. Nice. Both of those are good. Elmo's is a very universal weapon, has good mods and a nice utility talent. Whereas the first bloom is also pretty solid, but both of those are good. Yeah. Twitch ain't got anything on us YouTubers. Hell yeah, resolution. Waiting for Heartbreaker targeted loot. How do you show 2 rows in your inventory? When you're looking at a page like this, at the bottom there's a button for options. And if you click that on the side, you can choose between list and grid. It's an inventory selector. I'm sorry, Demarsh, I didn't mean it. I was just trying to support. I'm trying to support both sides, you know. All right, well, I say we test out what kind of rolls we're getting on these pieces. I'm not gonna splurge my entire token amounts, but let's buy 3 of the random ones, and I want to see what we get. Yes, Corey, servers are back up. Also, don't forget, if you're logging in for the first time today, that we have a compensation cache waiting for this other stuff. But you have, I think, 3 prototype core caches waiting here for the core strength issue the other week. How do you get tokens? You complete escalation missions. If you have 0 tokens, then you can do tier 0 to earn a few. But the higher you go, the more you put in and the more you get out of it. Aikido, I'm completely ignoring that. 100% ignoring it. All right, first one. A punch drunk. With a max stat, okay. An M16 prototype. Everything I've ever wanted. And the snow machines. Oh, man. I put it in the Discord yesterday. I got a prototype bell ringer, out of one of my last keys from the event. So how wonderful that I now have snow machines to go with it. With status effects and health. Wow. Well, given I can't re-roll it, I don't really want health on there, so we're gonna leave that. The punch drunk had max headshot damage, but weapon handling, eh. This had precision strike. So, only 5 tokens, but as you saw, it is completely random. And you could end up getting stuff that you don't really need at all. Still waiting on the Slayer prototype. Trying to make it work. Rogue, any good pesty build? Not one that I have on hand that I could show you, but I mean there are plenty of good ones out there indeed. YouTube has endless ones of them. You can use it with Striker. People like to use it with high ends, like Glass Cannon and the Backbone backpack for perfect unstoppable force that increases your base damage by a lot, which is good for scaling up Pesty's damage. Do I have a Backbone? Here it is. One of these guys. So there's options for sure. Do you have a guide to escalation and prototypes? Yes. Yes. Escalation build. I mean, there's not too much to say about the escalation mode. It's just the missions we're used to. But I have escalation build guides, 100%, and prototype videos as well, all on the channel. Today's fit, I just have on the Urban Warrior uniform. That is all. I think we should dive straight into escalation. I know it might not be the most exciting thing given its new update day, but it's targeted striker. And it is only here until the end of the day. So we got to take the most amount of advantage from it. I saw Grim volunteer right away, said, can I help? Alright, Grim and Espresso were the first to call out. Your tier 10 escalation build got helped a lot. Didn't know shock resistance works against hot foot. Yeah. Well, I'm glad it was able to help you, man.
You have received an invite to another agent's group.
Oh, Grim invite. Hang on. Espresso, I will invite you again. Sorry. One sec. I think we should dive into DZ farming series first. Once they start updating PvP again, it'll happen. My controller does not want to stay connected. Professional streamer right here, people. 100%. By the way, folks, One Nation and Kodak, thank you both for the 10 and 7 stream streaks, respectively. Appreciate y'all. Let me switch to this super quick. Nissan threw their hat in the ring. Invite to game. Your update videos of typos is your season. Oh shoot. Does it? I swapped the 1 and the 2. Alright, thank you. I will let me make a note to fix that later. Come on, controller. Don't do this to me. Just work. I will make a note for later this afternoon to go fix that. I was curious what you thought of the Raid and DZ exclusive weapons coming to Retaliation. Well, Corey, the ability for me to get those items was never the driving factor of that series, because I had them all already from the raids and Legendary. It was purely just chasing the RNG drops. So that change specifically had no impact on whether or not I did the videos. It was purely because PvP is in a pretty bad state. If they were going to make that change without replacing the raid and incursion drops with something like, if there was going to be now no reason to do them, I would be more against that change. But they have said that they're committing to adding new exotics in those pieces of content down the line. So that's fine by me. Mikey, good evening to yourself. How you doing? All right. Grim, what tier are we thinking?
A new agent is joining
also,
your team.
let's do a build check. What's everybody got? Okay. Do we need a Espresso? Do you want to heal or should I heal? Speed Racer, thank you so much for the Prime resub, my friend. Said, hope everyone is having a great day. Well, I am indeed after that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Scrumptious with the 7 stream streak. Is Tinkerer Proto actually fixed this time? I don't know. I've yet to test it. I heard that Fragile Armor is actually fixed, which is pretty wild. You'll heal? All right. Oh, Grim said... Grim's got heals? Alright, well, as long as one of you are healing, then we'll be good. I'd say... Can go up to 9. I'd say, Grim, we start between somewhere between 6 and 8. I feel like that's a good starting point. We'll warm up, and then we can bump it up if we want. That would be my input. Did they add crossplay? Not yet. We kicked off a hype train on Twitch. Thank you all very much for that. N7 Evans, how's it going? Thought there was an emergency maintenance coming. It's already done. The game is offline for about, I don't know, hour and 20 minutes. But it is back online and we're playing. Hope you're doing well today. Start with a warm-up of 6? Sure. That works for me. Oh, are you guys already there? I'm coming.
A new agent is joining your team.
Yeah. Pretty much what Kara said. Once crossplay's in, it's not going to be a secret. Servers are working now? Yes. Alright, let me take you a quick drink of water before we go in. Yeah, crossplay is going to be something that they announce well in advance. They're not going to just like drop it out of nowhere in a random patch. People will know when it's coming. Lonely, the core caches were a community-wide grant that they gave out because of some issues that happened with core strength targeted loot last week. People were unable to get core strength and got less drops than they should have in certain runs, so the team just did a grant to give people some cores back for that. Oh, I need to change some things. Graham, when we're done with this room, do you want to turn on modifiers so we can get our free stats and our abilities? Or do you have the global event on? I didn't even think about that. Wait, is the global event good with this? If so, keep the GE. I didn't think about that. It doesn't have the icon on my screen, so I wasn't sure. Yeah, it looks like it's active. Want to test it? I think you have it on. Because I saw an ad get the symbol. Yeah, it's on. So I would just keep it like this. We should get a bunch of extra damage when they're up close. I'm just curious on those higher tiers how noticeable that is. Oh, I thought there was a way through right there.
Agent down. Agent down.
Yeah, we have a new incursion coming during this year of content, but not a raid.
Serious trauma detected. An agent needs assistance.
Dang.
Agent
Well, we're
vital
getting
signs, 0.
hit pretty hard here. Lived Mirror, thank you so much for the Prime resub. I apologize if I missed that at first. Completing our level 1 hype train. Much appreciated.
Agent
Oh,
down.
I spammed my button to roll because it was almost done. This is why we warm up. Everybody, trust. There's our first drop.
Agent out of action. An agent needs assistance.
Ooh.
Serious trauma detected.
Sorry, chat. I'll catch up as soon as we clear this. Apparently not. I'm just gonna go down. The GE is a bad mix.
Agent down.
Well, it doesn't benefit them at all, right? It just gives us extra damage. But you do then lose out on the modifier abilities. All right, rough start, but we'll recover. Right away, weapon damage, crit damage. Hell yeah.
Hostile radio intercepted.
We're under attack! Intruders at the east entrance! Then kill them! What the fuck? It's the division!
How was your prototype purple?
No?
That is the
Fucking kill them!
stock color for prototype if you don't have color blend settings on. But color blend changes it to green.
He tends to leave a mess.
Servers are back online. Yes. Get that up there. Oh. That works.
Vital signs critical. Agent out of action. Serious trauma detected.
No. I was hoping I was going to be
Agent
cleansed
vital
of the,
signs, 0.
yeah. Is today finally the day Akito does not Delta 3? If you were on this morning, then everybody was. That's why they do the maintenance, but Akito, I'm sending you the best wishes I can. Ooh, crit chance with Echo. Hell yeah. Although I already have a pretty good chest piece.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
You're near Espinosa's last known position. The shade node should be close.
I'm gonna try and get a unit alloys backpack with vigilance. Yeah, it's unit alloys too. 2 pretty decent targets on one day. And it's measured assembly, which I know not a lot of people care about, but I would like some pieces from that, but I don't know if I'll have time to play it with Striker in the mix. To chase those god rolls. Didn't feel good.
Agent down. An agent needs assistance.
Are they going to add the ability to recalibrate proto gear? They've talked about it, yeah. They've said that it is their intention to find a system to allow us to recalibrate prototype items, but we don't have details nor a timeline on that yet.
There should be a terminal that'll let you reactivate the node.
Authorization granted. Please stand by. Intelligence system analytic.
Is there a way to get creator outfits? Not currently.
All Isaac
The
subsystems operational.
the
That
latest
was the last step to get
collab they just had was for the launch of this season, I think it was. But that is now concluded. But if you type in !arm patch
Hostile radio
and you would like to get the Rogue Gold arm patch, you can.
Hello? Is this the division? Looking for someone?
Nick, we can take a look at it a little bit later, but it is right next to the, or if you want to scroll back in the VOD, we also looked at it already. But it is right next to the escalation station at the base.
Back off.
Or, the, you know, the escalation panel by the countdown vendor. It's off to the left.
Don't keep them alive. They aren't stupid. Just find that hyena piece of shit and waste her.
Another drop. Ooh, that was a bad spot to get shocked.
agent down.
Ooh, that was a 4 million headshot crit. When they get in range, the GE does really kick in. It does suck to lose out on the modifier abilities, but I think the trade-off might be worth it.
Serious trauma detected.
I'm gonna push back to you guys. You shouldn't push up here. I'm a bad example. A bad influence. Lost, it is !arm patch, the full thing, but one word. Oh, another one. Oh, shoot. I didn't know there was somebody in that corner. They're still spawning behind us. Oh, shoot.
Serious trauma detected.
RG is our generation's version of Leroy Jenkins, pretty much. The amount of wipes I've caused over the years of running into situations that I should not have should probably be studied, if I'm being honest. Plum, what's going on, man? Any good striker drops yet today for you? That one certainly not. A relic with paradox. I think I'm okay. I hope as soon as possible, Luke, but I'm afraid I don't know. Any idea how long you'll be streaming for today? Probably the standard 3-ish hours. That's the plan. Doing good, working and lurking. Hell yeah, man. Well, thank you for stopping by. We're trying to see what we can pull. I think I need striker gloves and knee pads. We got some good gloves already. But I do need me some knee pads. With crit damage, preferably. I have a lot of crit chance pieces, and it's making me overcap in this build. Postman, thank you for taking care of that. I wasn't fully keeping up with what was going on there. Matt Kane, what's up, man? You missed a little bit of, well, it wasn't on stream, but the game has had some instability issues today, but servers are back up. Targeted striker is in escalation. Everyone's going crazy. And we're just getting our farming started. Axel, how's it going? Protoed mine on Xbox, do some PC farming later, see how we do. I think some of them will still spawn behind me, so I'm playing it a little risky, but I need a better vantage point.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Yep, there they are. Oh, I'm out. Good until the servers went down. See, they're back up. Yeah. Fortunately, it was like scheduled to be a 3.5 hour maintenance. It was only about hour 20. Midnight, what's up? Have you run the new classified? Yes, I did. There will be a guide up on the channel later today. I don't know if we're going to run it during the stream just because it's targeted striker, and that demands any and all attention.
Agent vital signs.
Do you think the Caduceus will be the season finale reward? No, that's going to be the Whiplash, which is an exotic pistol that we tested out in the PTS. We don't 100% have confirmation on where the Caduceus will come from, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be from the Brooklyn Celebration event that has popped up on the season calendar for May 21st. Either way, I'm very excited to get it. I'm hoping that it could make for a fun, like, self-healing kind of hybrid gun.
Serious trauma.
Those were always one of my favorite playstyles back in Div 1. Ooh,
Vital signs critical.
good timing on their part.
Agent
Have you had any
battle
striker drop? Yes, I think we've had, this is our first run, we've had 3 so far in this one. Oh,
Agent
dang.
vital signs
My
0.
bad, team. Thank you for the hive. I'm gonna switch to a decoy. We've already got a very powerful, fortified smart cover on the team. Can't stay one step. Stop by and say hi. Have a great stream. Kaz, thank you very much, man. Very much appreciated. Hope you can find time to play later today. It's Targeted Striker. Got to get on it. But no, have a great one, man. Appreciate you.
An agent needs assistance.
Menlo Wall coming in with the raid. Much appreciated, my friend. Hope we're doing well today and that you had a fun stream.
Serious trauma detected.
I really want to push and melee one of these guys, but I'm worried that I'll die, and that would not be good for the team. I can get this guy though, he's way on the side by himself.
Agent down.
Let's go. I'll just wait right here. What's up, Gold? Been watching you mad long, watched all your farming videos. Well, thank you so much, man. I hope they were entertaining. As I said, I appreciate the raid. There we go. Ooh, there was still another spawn. Was not quite anticipating that, to be honest.
Agent down.
That bastard can't have gotten far yet. Go after her.
What would a good build for the Ouroboros be? I got the blueprint from Retaliation. Cable, I mean, you've got some options. Some people enjoy running it just with kind of the standard striker loadouts. Striker backpack, probably equalizer on the chest, overdog, something like that. I found a pretty fun combo to run before. It's not necessarily meta, but you can run it with Heartbreaker and the Heartbreaker backpack to get a ton of bonus armor very quickly. You can run that either in PvP or just in like heroic PvE content. Hunter's Fury, of course, would work well. So there's some options. I keep saying I'm going to change my skill, and then I don't. So we're still rocking with the... Thank you for the save there, team. We're still rocking with the second fortify. Somebody was over there. Oh, there they are. It's like I don't know where that was coming from.
An agent needs assistance. Serious trauma detected.
Muagwu, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Please tell me if I'm not. Greetings to yourself. How are you?
Agent down.
Hunter's Fury, Overdogs, and Salvo. Salvo and the Ouroboros just crank up the rate of fire even more. Could definitely do that.
Vital signs critical.
Oh my
Agent
goodness.
out of action.
That's the one thing that I do miss about having the modifiers on is I'm not getting Hasbro from those. I'm gonna have to find some ammo. What if I did some sneaky cover to cover in here? Melt. There we go. Good stuff, people. Good warm-up run. We'll clean it up. Matty Man, thank you so much for the 3-stream streak. Everyone is farming Striker, indeed. I mean, when it's the daily loot, that's what you got to do. Tony, no, this is not the new classified assignment. This is escalation for Striker prototype.
Priority objective available.
Oh, well, Docky, best of luck. Hope that's not too terrible. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Grim, I don't know. Let's try one with the modifiers, and we can compare. We can run another quick tier 6 and kind of see what we like more. So this is crit chance, that's crit damage. Just keep it on hand and see. Where do I get diamond transceivers? You'll get those from Black Tusk Retaliations. Tactical Bandit, what's up? Sounds good, Nicholas. I appreciate you coming by. Hope you have a stress-free work day. That sounds intense.
Sorry, Agent. The enemy has overrun the area.
Running the support build you put together. I think the support side was plenty good there. But certainly, if you want to run something else, don't feel like you have to. Just cause, whatever you're most comfortable with, or whatever you think works best. All right, I'm remembering now to put on a decoy since we have good smart cover. Only complaint I have is people running out of range of this game. Grim, who could be doing that? Who on earth could do such a thing? I am really bad about that. I apologize. Like I said, if you have a build that you are more comfortable with or you think works better for the group, then absolutely run that. And I will take 100% of that blame. But yeah, we have modifiers on. I say we run another tier 6 and see how it goes. So I'm converting to that. Let me put on convert defense and then split utility. Nice. So I'm getting 30 or 40% has pro 50. Oh, from y'all, yeah, 50. That'll go up another 50 when we get healed. Perfect. I got a question. What has higher healing off of damage, refactor, or skill damage efficiency brain set? Both using the anomaly augment. Alpha, if you're just talking about healing yourself, then I would have to imagine that refactor does when you combine that with anomaly. But I've not done the testing for that. No, Postman, we disabled the GE to try modifiers to see if we like that better. Alright, I'm good when you guys are, if my controller stops acting up. Midnight, I've seen some people running it over time. I think the larger problem is that Div 2, the way Div 2 is balanced right now, doesn't really leave that much room for tank builds to be super needed. But I wouldn't say it's completely without its purpose. Oops. Okay, that was a mistake. Usually that slot is my decoy. I need to swap the two.
Agent, hostiles are moving into Constitution Hall.
An agent needs assistance.
shoot.
Serious trauma
No.
detected.
Try to get around the corner.
Agent down.
Valor, what up? Today it is Striker, which is what everyone is going for, but there's also unit alloys, measured assembly. Don't know if I remember the last two. But Striker and unit alloys are the two that the most amount of people are going crazy over. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like we work better as a group when we've got the modifiers on. I think the Hasbro helps a lot.
Vital signs critical.
Whoops. Or is this drop? A mask with headshot damage. I've already got a pretty good mask. Plus, I don't need headshot.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Karmas, what's up?
We're under attack! Intruders in the east entrance! Then kill them! What the fuck?
Is there a way to get a
Into the
Lexington
vision.
blueprint and
No?
reconfigure
Fucking
blueprint?
kill them!
No. High ends don't have reconfigure blueprints. That's only for exotics. But there is no way to get a Lexington blueprint, I'm afraid.
Look for a way down to the garage and see if you can pick up Espinosa's trail.
Karmaz, I know pretty much just as much as any of you all. We don't have confirmation on where it'll come from. My theory is that it will be from the Brooklyn Celebration event, which has popped up on the event timeline. That seems like it would be Division 1 themed, given that's what the Brooklyn DLC was, and obviously Caduceus is Division 1. But we will have to wait and see. I'm very excited for it. Yes, Skinny, this mission is targeted Striker today. Just got our second drop of here with Hasbro, no thanks. I'm excited to see what we'll be doing in Brooklyn. I hope there is a gameplay component to it. My slight fear is that it might just be like we haven't had one of the event passes this season. So I hope it's not just that, kind of like the anniversary event where we got the big owl from that. But I would love there to be a gameplay component and have there be something to do. Porter, sorry for missing your question. How long are you streaming for? Probably about 3 hours is our normal time slot. We started late today because of the maintenance, so I'm going to be very hungry by the end of this for some lunch, but that's okay. We shall do it anyway, because the farming demands it. Farming above your own personal health, right? Just kidding. Do not, do not take that as real words or advice.
Serious trauma detected.
You're near Espinosa's last known position. The shade node should be close.
Go to Brooklyn and line up at the computer like back in the day. That'd be hilarious. Considering the devs making the endgame accessible to everyone. My only thought was that, you know, we saw for the anniversary event that they made Wony free for everybody for a month. So they could do it where, in celebration of the DLC being out for a year, there's like a free weekend for Brooklyn, and then they add something in the open world there. Maybe not. Ooh, double drops. Maybe not likely, but it's at least a possibility. Backpack with headshot damage. Mask with headshot damage. DoorDash a sub. I said don't quote it, people. I said don't quote it. Saya, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Very much appreciate it. I don't know if I've seen you in chat, but I hope you're doing well today.
There should be a terminal that'll let you reactivate the node.
Armies, no. Why would you betray me like this?
Authorization granted. Please stand by. Intelligent system analytic computer reactivated. All Isaac subsystems operational.
That was the last step to getting Isaac fully restored locally. But we have a ways to go before we can celebrate. And a missing...
The meme's already being made. I dug my own grave on that one, I guess.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Hello? Is this the division?
Oh, let me
Looking
swap
for
this
someone?
before I forget.
Who is this? How are you on this channel?
Friend of yours gave me a real nice wristwatch. He's right here. You want to talk to him? If you want him back, you make a deal. Back off. We'll deliver him unharmed. You'll see.
They'll keep him alive. They aren't stupid. Just find that hyena piece of shit and take it.
Nice. Relentless, what's up, man? I won't speak for anybody else, but I'm doing pretty wonderful. How are you? Oh, shoot. I didn't realize you were right there. Oh, I broke the chain in time. Look at that. I really should have used that opportunity to push back, but
Incapacitated.
I did not.
An agent needs assistance.
Yeah, Blindy, I don't think the audio stuff is fully fixed, unfortunately. I did see reports that fragile armor does seem to actually be fixed, which is wonderful. After, what, 6 years of waiting? Has anyone tried the Tinkerer yet? With Prototype? Working but good, thank you. Well, I appreciate you still tuning in and dropping the bits. That's very kind of you. More spawns behind.
Vital signs critical.
This last one. Fragile armor bug is so old, I don't even know what it is. It was basically that I never used it myself, so I probably don't really know that well either. But I think it was that if you have the debuff supplied to you, like multiple stacks of it, sometimes they just wouldn't cleanse when you repaired. I think, right? Isn't that what it was? Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. And then the bug reporter card said that apparently it was like when you got hit with the debuff at the same time as like a status effect, it might bug it out. I don't know. Rogue, have they given an ETA as to when Survivors could come out potentially? September? They have not given an ETA, I'm afraid. I was commenting this to someone the other day, that aside from like Division 3, of course, Survivors is about the only thing that they've not actually committed to any specific like date or year. They didn't really say it's a part of year 8. They sort of did, sort of didn't. But yeah, it's the only thing that we can't really say, like, we know it's coming within this window. It's been left pretty ambiguous.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Are we going to be able to re-roll attributes on prototype gear? Eventually. They said recalibration is a system they are working on for it, but we don't have any details or a timeline. As it should be, let them cook. I agree. The only thing is that I really hope we don't have another situation like Heartland or Resurgence where they, and not in terms of Heartland being canceled, but just they announce stuff so early to drum up excitement, but then we're just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And I feel like it makes the situation worse when they announce so far in advance that there's just, they know there's not going to be any like tangible information coming soon. There's definitely a balance to be struck between like leaving enough room for excitement and build up, but not making people wait like 3 years between announcement and release. Oh, there's more spawns behind. I'm really promoting some bad behavior here, am I running up? I'm sorry, team. Like Div 3. Yeah, I almost think Div 3 is the one exception because with that, it's like that is the like next huge step for the franchise that it's reassuring to know is in development, you know? Like I look at what's happening with Destiny right now, where they're like every day, every week, that community is just endlessly going around saying, what is the future? Are they going to keep working on Destiny 2? Are we going to get a Destiny 3? Is the whole thing over? And I would rather know and be waiting a long time than not know and just be left with question marks, you know? So Division 3 is the one that I think gets a pass, where I'm like, I'm glad to know that it's being worked on.
Agent vital signs 0.
He didn't have to die.
But yeah, it definitely does suck that it was announced in 2023 and we, at the very least, won't see it for like 5 years after that date. I think 2028 is the earliest we could see it. Rogue, how do you think they intend on reviving PvP once they start patching it? You don't think it'll be too late by then? I mean, I don't know if they really need to do anything to revive it. I think it's more about just making it work for who already plays it. PvP, I mean, I know from the outside it might look like it's completely dead, but there are still people who play it. You know, I just this morning and last night it happened twice where I queued into Conflict and got instant matches, and like normally I don't have to wait longer than 30 seconds, 60 seconds to find a match. So I'm not going to say it's got a huge thriving player base, but I think that just having PvP work and be fun again will, by nature, bring people back to the experience who've been waiting for that to happen. Plus, I think with them having now a dedicated lead dev, that opens the door for hopefully them to do more like PvP events. I know they alluded to, like, once it's balanced, maybe they look at doing different conflict game modes or doing DZ changes, and that kind of stuff. Once the experience is functioning better, those are the kind of things that I think will get more people to try it out. This is your channel, Mr. Rogue, but I really hope you're wrong on that release date. In which direction, Midnight? You hope it's sooner or later? Are you talking about Div 3? It's nice to know that Division 3 is cooking, but also nice to know there will be more support for Div 2 until it's ready. 100%.
An agent needs assistance.
Also, with Div 3, it was really no secret that it was coming. Survivors, on the other hand, they dedicated a whole section of the live stream to it. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think after Star Wars Outlaws and Avatar came out, the question was, okay, is Massive going to do more licensed games or a sequel to one of those or something else, or are they going to come back to Division? So I think one way or another they had to confirm those rumors and those questions. They confirmed Destiny 3 is in super early development a year back, I thought. I mean, I won't say with absolutely definitively Iron Vault, because it's not my gamer community, but I do watch pretty regular Destiny update videos just because I find it interesting to follow along, and I'm pretty sure they've not confirmed it, because they're like frequent debates on what's the state of Bungie, the Sony acquisition, are they going to make Destiny 3, all of that. I don't think it's been confirmed. Have you tried the blue screen LMG build yet? Which one, Jinxie? I have a blue screen build in my build recommendations for the year that I like a lot, but I'm not sure which specific one you're referring to. Hoping sooner for Div 3. Midnight, all I will say is don't hold your breath. I know we would all love it to be here sooner, but if you look at the logistics and timeline of it all, I don't know how it could be sooner, to be honest with you. There's no official Destiny 3 as far as I know. Currently Bungie isn't saying anything of substance on the game. Yeah, that was my impression from what I've seen. I think he's talking about the blue screen ongoing directive build. Then yes, I've done... There's a blue screen ongoing build that I used a lot last year when the DLC came out. That was quite fun. And then more recently I've been using it with negotiators. Both combos have their pros and cons, but are quite fun. Yeah, I mean, more than anything when it comes to Div 3, and I've said it in videos, I don't think you can't rush what we want from Div 3, you know? The unfortunate reality is that AAA game development has only grown longer in the recent years, and I don't know exactly why that is. I mean, I assume it's because of rising expectations, rising graphical requirements and all that stuff, but I mean, if we want Division 3 to be a polished and complete game at release, which I think we all do, you can't rush that. And so, as much as it sucks to wait in the meantime, I would rather wait, even if it means till 2031, 2032, which I don't think it will be. But if it did mean that, it's not going to be that, by the way. That's so far in the future. But you know what I mean? If we're waiting a long time, but it comes out actually polished and relatively low on bugs and problems and all that, then I would much rather have that than have them rush it out. And then we have to wait another year, 2 years for it to get fixed up and revamped again. GoldenEye on N64 took 2 years to make back in the day. Well, isn't it Fallout New Vegas took like 18 months? I mean, it's just different times. Plus, I mean, different scales of games. There's something to be said about a relatively straightforward single-player game versus a game like Division 3, which presumably will have lots of online features, all these different interconnected systems and whatnot. Yeah, Division 2 was, honestly, I think for the time, even Division 2 was pretty remarkable in how quick they churned it out. It was just under 3 years. But there were reports at the time that was even rushed internally, like they didn't quite get to do everything that they wanted to do or fully flesh everything out, which I think you can see when you look at, like, the expeditions that came out in year 1. Like Kenley College was pretty bare bones, and it seemed like they wanted to do more with that. There were rumors that the Pentagon was supposed to be more than it was. And so yeah, I think even Div 2, although it was still pretty good for when it came out, even that had its share of development troubles and rushes. But for better or worse, I don't think the Ubisoft that funded and made decisions on Division 2 development back then is the same Ubisoft we have today. And although there is a lot to say about them and the problems with them, I do think they have now recognized after Shadows and after Outlaws and these other releases that you have to give games time to polish. Otherwise, it's just not going to work out. So, hopefully they give the team what they need. Time-wise and resource-wise. Sorry, I've been completely neglecting chat while we've been talking about this. A bridge seems to be working. Well, nice. That's good. Espresso, I'm gonna get you with this. Matt, I think for our group, the mods work a little bit better just because you get the hazard protection and the abilities, but I don't think you can really say one is objectively wrong. Like, you do get a ton of damage from assault if you're playing in the right range. It's just about what your group needs and how they operate. Too bad Ubisoft never realized nepotism is really the answer to their problems. Yeah, I am, and I know we've said this before, but I am genuinely curious to see what they do or what they can do over the next like 2 to 3 years, because they've now implemented a lot of things where they pushed a lot of projects back, they gave them more time to work or be worked on, even the Black Flag remake that everyone's been talking about recently, that was supposed to come out, I think, earlier this year. But they gave it a few more months, and now it's in July, so... I hope that'll be a decent indication of, you know, the release quality of that, of how things might go moving forward, but we'll see. Jinxie, the Pestilence does not scale with status effects. Its debuff is calculated separately, so you mostly want to focus on enhancing weapon damage to get that to be stronger. Alright, good save, team. We got pushed into a corner there, but we got out. Crimson, what's up? How are you? Drop from the final boss. Hell yeah. Weapon handling? Hell no. Don't need. Is Div 3 going to be better than Div 3 right now? I assume you mean Div 2, Ponce? Depends on what you mean by better. You know, there's a lot of people who would say that Div 2 has a deep well of technical problems that Div 3 could potentially alleviate by having a clean slate. Or you could be talking about from a content perspective, is Div 3 going to have as many missions and maps and modes as Div 2 does now? Probably not. What's up, Andrew? What was the outfit you were wearing at the beginning of the video? Oh, I think we had on the Urban Warrior uniform. Is this the one you're talking about? If so, it came with the Season Pass bundle for Season 3, I want to say, and I don't know if you can currently buy it. I think it might have been exclusive to that one thing, but if anyone knows differently, feel free to correct me. Not a status scales with weapon image, yeah. NGN in the house. We got all the celebs stopping by. How's it going, sir? How are you today? Grim, do we want to try knocking it up to tier 7, tier 8? I promise I will not play as recklessly. I will force myself to stay back and play smart. I'm probably all in on Striker, Grim, unless, I mean, it's your token, certainly, if you wanted to run something else, but I can also wager some of mine if you'd prefer. But I think I'm all in, try to get the best Striker while it's here. Currently booking meetings so I can get some Striker. Hell yeah. That's what everyone's doing. Companies around the world are are getting time off requests today.
Let's go already.
When's crossplay? Other than the fact that we know that it's coming during this year of content, we don't have a definitive release window. So sometime between now and early 2027. Tier 7 without heals. We got heals. I think Grim is running. Yeah, he's... Oop, might have just switched to someone else. But yeah, Grim's has been running measured assembly. We'll see how it goes. If we get beaten down, we'll go back to 6. I signed up for OT. Oh no. Well, Coco, just be like, I've come down with all of the illnesses. I must stay home. Oh, Chris, I absolutely need heals. I crumble without them. Alright, are we good, team? I believe in us. We can do a tier 8. We got this 100%. Mandatory OT. Damn, Demarsh, I'm sorry, man. I promise to farm in your honor.
An agent needs assistance.
Dang. People are dropping. Didn't need to do that. It's just in my nature to push. It's the PvP player mindset in me, but I have to suppress it. Won't do any of us any good.
Agent down. Serious trauma detected.
Shooting faces doesn't heal. It might with the Caduceus once that comes out. I hope so. I want to see that talent so bad, man. I want to know what it is. Libertarian, can't you still fast travel from that menu? I think you just have to tab over, but then you can still fast travel to him. Unless I'm mistaken.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent solution.
Oops. Didn't mean to throw that right on top of myself. That's kind of awkward. Very nice, very nice.
Hostile radio.
May I ask what build you're using? This is it right here. It's not very original. This is kind of the meta prototype escalation loadout that people came up with when the update dropped. But Force Striker with the backpack and chest, Hollow Man mask, one piece of Cheska, Frenzy on an LMG, and try and get Echo on as many pieces as he can. That's the general idea. The Catechist is probably the most excited I've been for a weapon since Lexington. Oh yeah. I was quite excited for the Big Owl. I love that thing at Div 1, and it didn't disappoint. It was quite strong, so yeah, I'm definitely curious how it's gonna behave here. Like I said, I just hope it kind of fits well into like hybrid builds. I think that would be pretty fun. We shall see. It's cool that we're getting another exotic this season.
Serious trauma detected.
Mask with crit chance, I will take that.
System disrupted.
Ooh.
Vital Vital signs critical.
That didn't feel good.
Agent down. System back online. An agent needs assistance.
When you're chasing... Okay, hang on. Realize they were all up on our face. When you're chasing resource convoys or whatever, you do it on the fly and have to go to a menu to figure out where to go. Gotcha. I can't say the removal bothers me too much, but I do understand what you're saying. It's definitely an extra click or two that you gotta make. We haven't seen the pistol. The pistol comes from the climax mission. They announced that when the season began. So normally, like, we're used to getting 3 exotics in the season, 2 from the past, 1 from the climax. Sometimes we would get a 4th, like back in the day with the incursion. But now we'll get presumably 4 this season with the Caduceus and the Whiplash still coming out. So pretty cool, pretty cool. I have short-term memory. I don't remember if I said it. If not, Gage, what's up, man?
You're near Espinosa's last known position. The shade node should be close.
Targeted striker. Fine, I'll take a break from Resurgence, I guess. What's up, Jive? I saw Resurgence had their update today as well, right? And I saw that the strawberry milkshake is essentially just the pestilence. I'm not entirely sure why they didn't just call it the pestilence, but that was interesting. But if you played today, how's the Resurgence update?
Serious trauma detected.
It is indeed, Nick, when you go into the... Oh, I can't in combat. Hang on. Let us kill this last ad real quick. When you go...
Vital signs critical.
Doing really well. When you go into the expertise menu, as of today's update, it is now right here. We don't know exactly how it's going to be acquired yet. My theory, personally, is that they added a Brooklyn celebration event to the timeline, and they mentioned it in the patch notes yesterday. And so I'm guessing this will probably reward it, given its, you know, Brooklyn Div 1-ish connections. But we'll see. I am indeed Gage. Thank you for asking. Or for saying that. Servers are going down just as I'm getting out of work later. The servers are back up now. I don't believe they're going to do another maintenance.
Authorization granted.
Does this build work with an AR? I don't like LMGs much. This specifically is kind of set up around Frenzy, which is an LMG talent, but you can use, if you happen to get like a prototype first bloom from the event, that works quite well with Striker in here. And so yeah, you can certainly set up a Striker AR build to run in Escalation.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Hello? Is this the division?
Your thoughts on the Reed outfit?
Who is this?
I thought the backpack looked a little bit goofy, but I mean, it's fine. It's just another outcast fit.
Talk to him? If you want him back, you can make a deal. You back off, we'll deliver him unharmed. Mostly.
Don't keep them alive. They aren't stupid. Just find that hyena piece of shit and waste her.
Serious trauma detected.
Oh no. On my LMG out, not my pistol.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent malfunction.
Yeah, there shouldn't be... There's been no announced additional downtime. I don't know where that's coming from. Someone over the weekend posted a screenshot of Pestilence upgrade book they got in the game. Oh, really? I guess just for the illusion of it being a different exotic, but yeah, that's weird. That it's identical. We got 2 heavies out at once. That's something. Ooh. Throw this out again. Hold, team, hold. Good plays, good plays. Nice.
Serious trauma detected.
Twist, as somebody who didn't do that exploit at all, just because I find it boring. Priority objectives and running DZ loops for chest opens work really well for me. That's primarily what I've been doing since the season dropped.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Oh, taken out by a car.
Agent
Can't believe it.
incapacitated.
Old man with a hammer. Hello, love your stuff. Hello, hello. Thank you so much. Norse dad as well. Been a long time. Hope you're well. So it's live now. If you mean the update, yes. The update is live. But Norse dad and hammer, thank you both for coming by. I appreciate it. Can get really lucky with pry objectives. Only need to spend like 3 minutes doing something. Yeah, if you just target the... I tend to target the short open world objectives and the short PvP objectives, or even the medium ones. But even if you get those and they're not an exotic reward, you can still do them. They take just, 2-3 minutes. And yeah, you cycle through those. You sparingly use your rerolls and your abandons, and you can chain that for a good hour is typically what I do. I forgot I had to drop back here. So it works pretty well once you get used to doing it. I didn't know he was going to have the shield. That's my fault. It's my fault, team. Midnight mentioned food. Now I'm hungry. Can't believe it. What if I go melee you a second time? It's probably a terrible idea, but I'm gonna try it. Oh, that worked fine.
A new agent is joining your team.
There's still more spawns to go? Jeez.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Jai with the 5-stream streak. Thank you, man. Micro Machine broke your ankle. And Matt Kane coming in with the 1 gifted to Midnight. He said, no more ads for you. Matt, that's very kind, dude. After saying I worked 10 hours. Thank you so much, man, as always, for the generosity and good vibes that you bring. I appreciate it greatly. Thank you, thank you. I see Midnight already. Thanked you thoroughly. Appreciate it, Midnight. Gage, I don't know if they will. I feel like when Division 1 came out, it had its own Xbox One, didn't it? Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe it was just a bundle. But I really don't know. That would be cool, I agree. Oh, Espresso, you're good. I hope that's been going well. I know that can be, well, I don't know. I've not experienced it myself, but I've heard that that can be quite the intensive time.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Donated aid assistance.
By the way, folks, appreciate everybody hanging out on YouTube and Twitch. I was just checking in on our analytics. Thank you for being here. Kazin, hope I'm saying that right. I'm doing quite well. How are you? Oh, I missed that thing. It's a waste. I have a hard time getting a build going in this game. Even most builds require you to farm out a lot of shade levels. In CTES, I hope I'm saying that right. If you've not checked it out, I would definitely recommend the Countdown game mode on challenging difficulty. That matches you with 7 other players. And so even at a lower shade level, you shouldn't have a hard time on challenging, just being able to kind of follow the group's lead and let them guide you around. And you can set your own targeted loot in that mode, which means that in just 1 to 2 runs, you could put together a pretty decent, like your set build to start you out. So I would definitely check out Countdown. That's a pretty good intro spot for in-game farming. I feel like for tier 8 I've not gotten as many drops this run as the last two. Taking today to improve my striker. Hope people notice that a New York mission has unit alloys. Yeah, unit alloys, I'm afraid, is probably going to get a little bit overshadowed by striker today. Is there an easy way to rank up expertise, or is it just loot and donate junk along with the materials? Pretty much that. Using a build that needs expertise levels, so you're passively gaining them.
Didn't have to die here.
And then, yeah, doing the loot and junk donation. Or, loot and junk method is what I meant to say. Do you think prototype gear will be something you'd want to see brought into the Division 3's endgame? Probably not in the same form that it is here. I think that prototype was their solution to try and bring something rarer to the existing endgame. And so that's why they kind of set it up in the way that they did. It's also not a perfect system, as many people have identified. There's improvements that could have been there at launch. There's still recalibration that we want to see. I would love Division 3's endgame to have something rare from the start. I think prototype was intended to be that. We've already kind of seen them begin to walk that back a good bit. I mean, it's not that hard to get a full prototype set together if you can spend an afternoon doing some escalation runs. The rarer part about prototype now is about min-maxing it more so than having it, I would say. So I would love for Division 3 to have some kind of longer-term loot chase from the beginning. But I don't know if prototype as is could really satisfy that.
An agent needed assistance.
Was Abridged fixed? It was in the patch notes, and I've heard a few people say that it is. I've yet to test it out myself, but I believe it is fixed, yes.
Serious trauma detected.
Do you think prototype will be in Division 3 since it's been added, or stay a Div 2 thing? I mean, that's kind of what we were just saying, but I don't believe it'll be there, no. Again, at least in this form. I think prototype is, in many ways, a classified gear-esque type of thing, where it's something that you see them add years later into the game to try and spice up the loot pool, and add new power when they're not as concerned about balancing all forms of content. So I don't think it'll be there in Div 3 at launch now.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Excuse me. What's up, Darkstorm? I have a few of them on there. I put up my PvP build, or my Darkstone build, as well as Escalation Healer. I do need to go through and do the rest. I do think it would be nice to have a lot of those up for people to go and look at. So, on my list of things to do, but there are a few up right now. What's up, Donkey? It's not the same run as you saw before. We've been doing this on loop, but we are still doing the same mission, yes. maybe. Blindy, I don't know. I mean, I think even Division 1 had more items in that category than Div 2 does. I mean, you think about Barrett's chest piece, or what's another example? But just one. Kind of like we have the Catalyst now in Div 2 that's only available from one source. It's pretty rare, and you just have to farm a lot to try and get it. I don't know if, again, if that's what the majority wants, and they should probably follow what the majority wants. I'm not saying it's the right way to go about things, but yeah, I don't know. We shall see. Figured he'd be offline by the time I got done. Gotcha. Yeah, no, we're still going.
Agent down.
We did have a late start today, so. Look at that damage.
Serious trauma detected. Agent out of action.
Oh, there's some behind us. Oh, my bad, team. My bad. I did not realize.
Vital signs critical.
Want to create a build for myself, but I find it hard to track every stat, gear, and perk combination, which could work. Do you have any tips for that? I don't know, Storm. That is kind of the core of the building experience, right? Is tracking all of the, figuring out what the best combination of all the things are. I do think that a tool like the build station is nice because it presents everything on one screen, as opposed to you having to flip between a bunch of stuff and look back and forth at the totals and all that. So definitely I will continue to try and incorporate that into my content to make it more digestible.
Serious trauma detected.
Is optimization still worth it? Isn't it cheaper to upgrade pieces guns with that process to get the stats higher? You mean just to prototype them? I don't know. It's a good question on what the math is between fully optimizing something versus making it expertise 30. I mean, it requires different materials. The shade, calibration, and field recon data are shared, but all the other stuff are different pools, right? Optimization materials are kind of their own thing. So I guess I have not really done the math on that or considered that. There's also the question of what content are you using it in. Prototypes don't work in PvP or raids or incursions, so if you're going to do one of those things, then it's not as important to prototype, right?
An agent needs assistance.
Midnight we do, yes. If you type in !Discord, it'll shoot you an invite link if you want to join. We've got a lot of great people over there. We've also got, you know, Chris and Postman, so they drag it down a little bit, but we still manage to have a good time. No, it's much fun. If anyone would like to join the Discord, you should. Strings bugs. No, we've been getting striker drops every run. You can see we just got one right here. Nice. Welcome, Midnight. Be sure, if you want access to the private Rogue Studios channel on there, you're just going to want to go into your Discord settings and be sure that your Twitch account is linked, because then it can recognize that you're a member and it'll grant you access to that. I need ammo.
A new agent is joining your team.
What's wrong with the agitator? I don't know what's wrong with it. I can't say I've used it today. Update deck is done. Hell yeah, Demarsh. Nice, dude. I'm sure you're like, finally. Agitator is an 8x scope anytime you aim at the moment? Really? Well, that's strange. If it hasn't been put on there already, or I would check the bug reporter to see if anyone's put in a ticket about that. And if it is on there, then be sure to upvote it so that it gets visibility. That's weird, but I'll definitely look into it and report later if I'm able to. Oh, Brad, does it really say that it's expired? By the way, Orzo, thank you very much for the Prime. Much appreciated, my friend. That's weird, because the invite link should be the same one that it's sending to Twitch and YouTube. And I know the one on Twitch worked just now for Midnight. But I can definitely, I'll take a look and double check that the link that it's sending to YouTube is valid. It won't work for me still. Huh. But Min, I did just work for you, right? I'm in there now. Well, that's strange. I will investigate, Snow/Brad. I apologize for the inconvenience. That's really weird. But I'll make a note to take a look later today. Notorious Redeemer the Go Rogue. Go Rogue on my escalation team. I hope Espresso didn't get any good drops that are sitting.
Agent is joining your team.
Step away for a minute. Yeah, we finished it. Espresso. Good times. Hoagie resubbing with Prime. Thank you, my friend. How you doing today? RG, the D2 Reddit mods have been deleting threads and posts advising of the Proto Striker loot rotation. Penny for your thoughts. Is there a reason they've been doing it? Like, is there an explanation given? I'll be honest with you. I try as much as I can to not go on Reddit. I tend to find the crowd of people, and this is not just in the Division subreddit, but the Reddit crowd in general tend to be a little bit maybe dramatic for my tastes. Is that a fair fair way to put it? But I don't know what might be up with that. I also don't really know. I know there's a lot of complexity with like Reddit mod what would be the right word be? Reddit mod conduct or rules, I guess. So I don't really know why they might be doing that. Apparently dramatic was the right word. People agree. All good in the neighborhood? Hell yeah. Ratchet with the 11 months on YouTube said, greetings everyone. How you doing, Ratchet? Thank you so much for the nearly a year of support. That's incredible. Do you know if the issue of enemies getting stuck in spawn closets is on the bug report list? Kitsune be really shined a spotlight on that issue. I do not. I can't say that I've looked or know if that one's on there. I can give it a look later today. But certainly if you have any like clips of that happening, I would say try and make a report on there with the evidence. I know I saw you writing about that in the Discord. I can't say that I ran into that too much, if at all, but certainly that is annoying. Graham, I say we could go again. Do we want to try a tier 10? Do we want to go all out? That is a lot to ask of you. So if you want to keep it at 8, I fully understand. But if Espresso is good to run now, we could try it. I'm at 60, 139. What happens if I swap to this one? Oh, perfect. That was way overcapped. Oh, I think that was the calculation I did before. If I swap this and my knee pads to grid damage, then I'll have the right distribution. I wouldn't say no, but I'm only one voice. 100% yes, Relentless said. Espresso, are you good to do a full run here? Not that I'm trying to pressure you to not play, but if we're doing a tier 10, we probably do need to all lock in. Have you got a god roll and a prototype rogue? Yeah, I got almost a triple god roll on a tier 6 one time. I put it on Twitter. And we've gotten a few. My striker chest piece has maxed out crit chance. This was back from the time that striker was in DARPA. Got this from there. So a few. I'm waiting to hear if Espresso is here. I used your measured assembly build for the first time now. A really fun alternative way to play. Is it scary to stand across from a spawn door and lose track of if there's going to be another wave? Well, that would just be a universal scare, wouldn't it? But I'm glad you thought it was fun. Ah, yeah, you mean just as a healer in general? Yeah, definitely. Midnight, you have to go. It's not in our server specifically. You just need to go into the settings of Discord, and there should be a thing where you can link, accounts. It might be called like connections or something. I don't remember. But then once you do that, Discord will then automatically recognize in our server that you get granted a certain role. I don't know if Espresso is here. We might have to get a replacement for a run. Is there anybody on Xbox who would want to jump in to do a potential tier 10 run? I don't want to be elitist. I'm not going to say you have to have the perfect build, most perfect build ever, but please be tier 10 ready if you're wanting to jump in. But drop your gamer tag in the chat if that's you. Very much enjoyed your healer videos. Great work, sir. Thank you, Ratchet. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I had fun with that one.
An agent has left your group.
An hour ago? Chris, I'm sorry. I'm just always finding ways to to screw you over. Hoagie, you want in? Is your gamer tag the exact same as your name on here? Oh shoot, I'm sorry, Demarsh. Are you why did I think you were on PC? Just avoid me like the plague, probably for the best at tier 10. Nonsense. Hoagie, did you get that invite? By the way, Gage, thank you very much for the 95 bits, man. Once crossbow hits, yeah. Oh wait, I think Hoagie messaged first. I'm just waiting for him to see if he's. Oh, he said he's got tech difficulties. All right, I think we filled the slot. Oh wait, but if we need another one, absolutely, I'll get you in. All right, chat. We're gonna attempt a tier 10 run. It might go terribly, but we're gonna try it. Got to get those god rolls. I just want to know what my sweet Caduceus is going to have as a talent. Can you only get God roll on tier 10? No, you can get it on lower difficulties. I almost got a triple God roll piece on tier 6. But the same as the rest of the game's difficulty, you have the best chances at God rolls or high rolls, the higher you do. You got guns that aren't proficient? Oh, absolutely. Once I got to 30, I don't really care if the rest are maxed out. If I need them for something, then I'll just dump a bunch of materials into them. But yeah, I don't sweat it too much now that I'm at the cap. Looks like I have the update. Oh, shoot. Someone else can join. Okay. Then I will get... Oh, Espresso's back. I'm sorry, Espresso. Your spot's being... your spot's being bargained off. Yeah, I apologize, man. We weren't sure if you were coming back soon or what the deal was. But I'm probably just gonna have time for one more run, so no huge deal. I appreciate you running those last few. Slayer, I'm getting you in. Oh, I was going to, and then this thing glitched out. There we go. Sent you an invite. Soldier spot for 1 million likes. Yep. That's exactly what happened. Oh wait, did you get that one?
Another agent has joined your group.
Perfect. All right, well, Grim, I will in no way pressure you to wager the equivalent of tier 10. That is up to you. It's a lot to ask, and it's a lot to lose. No, he did it. He confirmed it. All right, chat, we're going to give it our all. We're going to try not to make Grim's investment. I didn't want to say worthless, but that would be what happens if we die. We got this. I'm fully confident. All right, let's hit it. We take it slow and steady. That's how we get it done. And we hope that we get some good drops for our efforts. No. Please, no. That's a rusher with anchor. That's unfortunate. Try and melee these ones in the meantime. There we go. Good stuff. Yeah, Snow, we've got Grim, who I think is running the same measured assembly build, which is flattering. I told him he certainly didn't have to do that. If there's a build they'd rather run. Because there were a lot of people in the comments who disagreed with me, which is okay, you know? Build making is often quite subjective. Different things work for different teams, for different wielders of said build, but it works well for me. Wasn't far enough to reach. go. There's a drop. We just gotta cross our fingers for those god rolls.
Vital signs critical. Agent incapacitated.
Nice. I was about to go and do the same thing. Okay, 2 drops at the first room. Can't complain. Come on, come on. I need some. Oh, we got a double drop there. That's crazy. And look at that. Maxed out weapon damage. It's got repair skills, which is too bad, but
Hostile radio intercepted.
We're under attack!
I think that's a good sign of what's to come.
Then kill them! What the fuck? It's a division!
Oh, dude, if that was crit,
Fucking kill them!
if that was crit, that would have been so good.
Look for a way down to the garage and see if you can pick up Espinosa's trail.
Yeah, James, right next to the escalation, like, menu in the base by the countdown vendor. Off to the left is the new prototype vendor. Put streamer luck on clipboard. Chris, you remember from last time, it's pure skill. There's no other factors involved. Guaranteed.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Get the smack off right there. How are you not getting shocked? I've got 50% hazard built up from my modifiers. And then every time we get healed, we get the boost from repair skills that gives you 50% hazard for like 5 seconds. So a lot of the time I'm sitting at 100% hazard, which blocks Hotfoot's effects. Not the damage portion, but the shock portion.
You're near Espinosa's last known position.
Dude, another
Shade no
double
chemicals.
purple. I didn't know that was like a common thing. That's crazy. Oh, that's what I needed. Knee pads with crit damage. I'm going to swap that out right now. And we are now hitting. That's insane. 53 crit chance, 170 crit damage on a gear set build. We only have one attribute. That's wild. Hell yeah. Those are really well rolled. Well, the values, not the stats themselves. Sounds good, Espresso. I appreciate you jumping in for the runs as always. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Dave, I think this might be our last run of the stream. I'm not 100% sure yet, but we're not going to be live too much longer after this one is done, unfortunately. But we're trying to make it a good one, and I mean, given the drops we got so far, I'd say it's going all right.
Vital signs critical.
We're actually, this is going pretty darn smooth for a tier 10.
Serious trauma detected.
Every time I open my mouth and say something like that, every stream it happens, I go down immediately. The game is like, yeah. But that aside, it is actually going pretty well. Good job, team. What's up, Rebecca? Got a question about prototype gear. I feel like prototype gear hasn't been tested properly because it feels like some of the exotics don't work with prototype.
Authenticated.
Terminal that'll let you reactivate
Well,
the
they said that when the season came out and when they announced the system, is that currently exotics aren't included in the prototype system. Like, none of them are.
Intelligence system.
I think they said they might be in the future, but to my understanding, it's partly a balancing consideration.
That was the
Like,
last
exotics
step
on
to
their
getting
own
Isaac fully
are already
restored
very strong,
locally.
so
But we
would
have
an
a ways
exotic
to go before we
prototype
can celebrate.
invalidate too
And a
many
missing agent to locate.
high-end guns or
Continue your
things like
sweep
that?
of the complex.
Hostile
So I don't know if that's a lack of testing or that's just what the design is at the moment,
Is this the
you know?
division? Looking for someone?
Who is this? How are you on this channel?
Friend of yours gave me a real nice wristwatch. He's right here. Want to talk to him? If you want him back, you can make a deal. Back off. We'll deliver him unharmed. Mostly.
They'll keep him alive. They aren't stupid. Just find that hyena.
Oh,
piece of
I'm
shit and
shocked
get
right as I got shocked. That's a shame.
An agent needs assistance.
A prototype saying almost, yeah, like that would be pretty
Medical
insane.
Assistance needed. Agent out of action.
Yeah, these next few rooms we're just gonna have to take it really slow. Because there's gonna be a lot of ads. This morning when I woke up I was hyper aware for a Kitsune appearance. Yeah, after 3 weeks you get pretty used to it. Nice.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Ow.
Serious trauma detected.
No, I mean, I've been using the blue screen as striker and max stacks, and I somehow lose damage. Then when I switch to a normal G36, I gain 3 times more damage.
Agent down.
Rebecca, I'm honestly not sure. I can't say that I've ran into circumstances where I feel like my exotics are being nerfed with it. I mean, what is the... Well, I guess you said striker. Maybe it's some kind of weird talents bug interaction. I'm not 100% sure. I would highly recommend putting that on the bug reporter if you're able to get a clip of it, so that if there is an issue, the devs can investigate and hopefully fix it. If you type in !bug, it will give you a link straight to that site. And if others are experiencing the same thing, they can upvote and contribute their evidence as well. But I'm afraid I can't say I've heard of anything like that. Another spawn.
An agent needs assistance.
Annextris, all we know is that it's coming in during year 8, which runs from now through assumedly early 2027. Other than that, we don't have any more of a definitive timeline, I'm afraid.
Serious trauma detected.
I still didn't get that weak one. That's what I'm talking about. I want to see more drops.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Ooh, another red knee pad. Oh, that's better than the last one. Well, the damage is slightly lower. I guess the stats are pretty darn close, but still good. Where can I... I'm losing out on crit chance by a bit. I guess my backpack can be slightly higher. Oh, and I don't have the 1.5 on my LMG. So I'll probably save room for that on the build. MC, this is a tactical M29 para with Frenzy. Found a random prototype MP7 today. Nice. Yeah, the MP7's a lot of fun. Six Cappy, your best chances for the overdogs will come from retaliations, specifically hyena retaliations, if you can get those going. If you set your target loot to gloves, then they have a chance to drop his loot, but then also you have a chance to get the blueprint from hyena kill squads. So that is statistically the best chance is hyena retaliations. Is there a quick farm for broken shade washes? I don't know if there's really a farm other than like doing retaliations, you know? I'm not sure if I'm aware of a way to speed that up.
Agent down.
The invincible Chung and Roosevelt Island is back. Burning Man, I don't know if I fully know what that is. Is it the boss? Is Frenzy not on all weapons? No, it's just on LMGs. It's an LMG talent, but then you can also get it on the Huntsman AR. That's its named uniqueness, is that it gives you Frenzy on an AR.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
How's your aim so steady while firing? On the one hand, we have someone running a really high tier precision smart cover, which gives us like upwards of 100% weapon handling.
Critical.
So tons of stability and accuracy.
Agent out of mission.
I would say that's a large part of it. But then I'd also like to think I have decent recoil control in this game.
An agent needs assistance.
So that's given us a huge leg up. Pretty much makes it a laser beam. Oh, shoot.
Agent vital signs
Careful.
0.
I guess my hive was down. For once, I didn't die in the front. I was in the back. Delta, yes, I played it this morning. I'm gonna have a guide up pretty soon after we're done with the stream. But I did play it. It does seem like, maybe someone can let me know if this is completely wrong. It does seem like the sound issue is slightly less prevalent today after the update. Like, I'm still getting it here and there, but now I'm realizing more when it happens versus realizing when it's not, which is kind of a flip on where we were, at least in my case. But maybe that's a bit of hopium. Maybe it's about the same. Okay, we got Grim up. Can I get proto-named gun and pieces in the new vendor caches? Yes, you can.
A new agent is joining your team.
Sleeping, thank you so much for the prime. Very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. I just opened one random proto cache, got a god rolled proto striker piece with Echo. Crimson, I'm so happy for you. Wow. Congrats. I'm not jealous at all. No, that's crazy. Good stuff. Why don't people use the Schleppner on meta builds? Ammo capacity? Yeah, I think it's just that... I think it is mostly ammo capacity, if I'm thinking about it. Because that directly reduces how much viability you get out of Frenzy. That's why people like this or the GR9, just for the really large magazines.
Agent vital signs 0.
He didn't have to die here.
An agent needs assistance.
The day Roosevelt Island first game of Legendary. Killable. Gotcha, Birdman. Well, if you were able to get a clip of it, then I definitely recommend putting that on the bug reporter. As we've seen now with Fragile Armor, that's something that the devs really seem to be leaning into in terms of sourcing community information and prioritizing fixes, so I would put it on there, 100%.
Serious trauma detected.
I can't see these people I'm shooting against.
Immediate medical
Mistakes have been
assistance.
made. I'm playing it real risky. Oh, there's more. Alright, I'm running back.
An agent needs assistance.
Is chat giving build advice? Is that what I'm seeing?
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent down. Serious trauma detected.
That bastard
Nice.
hasn't gotten far yet. Go after her.
Honestly, not bad time either for tier 10, guys. Good stuff. This room's gonna be a lot though. We're gonna have to take it real slow. Stay back. It's a shame that there's so many elites here. I can't go and one-shot everybody. Matt, stop. Stop. I did not jinx anybody, I promise. I promise, I promise. Because this time, I'm not going to run out and mess it up for us. I'm going to stay all the way back. I don't know what it is, but once I get to tier 10, then it kicks into my brain that I can't be pushing up and doing dumb things. But below that, or below like tier 8, I'm like, oh, I'm sure I'll be fine. And then I'm not. Are all gear sets viable, or most of them just niche?
An agent needs assistance.
I would say there's a range between viable and niche that a lot of them fall under. There's a lot that are good. They might not be the most meta, but they're good. They're better than niche. But there are a few that rise above the rest, for sure. Anti-jinx cheer. Thank you very much, Matt. We needed it. I was about to doom our team. I need a cooler IRL and record-setting heat out here right now. Yeah, this summer is gonna be something. After how dry winter was, stay cool, man. I hope you're able to, at least with your routes. Now we're getting the drops. Now they're flowing in. I better see another 2 piles by the end of this mission. Thankfully there's a breeze today. Can't count on that every day though. That's tough. Tog, what's going on? So they patched the exotic component grind trick. No more creating characters deconstruct. How do you feel about that?
Serious trauma.
Well, I wouldn't really say it was a trick. I mean, it was definitely... I guess exploit sounds harsh when it's been in the game for so many years, but I don't really think that any log-in, log-out method is any kind of intentional game design. I personally never used the method. I always found that boring and kind of cheap and detracted from my sense of accomplishment in the game. But I know a lot of people did, and so I think that if there need to be conversations about implementing better sources of exotic components to compensate for something like that, then that's certainly those are certainly discussions worth having. But that specific method, I kind of wish they'd gotten rid of years ago, personally. I think it's kind of silly. But I also felt the same way about watch mules. I don't know why they let that sit for
Assistance needed.
years and years and let that become the standard that people got accustomed to, you know? Any good, any good? Stability and back and forth. Oh.
An agent needs assistance. Serious trauma detected.
My tipping skills mask just upgraded to double full bar god roll. Nice, Blendy. You hit the jackpot. Good stuff. Matt Kane with the 5 gifted on Twitch. Thank you, sir. As I say every single time, very kind of you. If anyone in the chat just got gifted a sub by the one and only Matt Kane, please drop him a thank you. The man deserves it for how generous he continues to be in supporting us here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, man. Ooh. Look at this. Came with Echo and maxed out crit damage. I actually think my chest piece might be better, though. It is. Maxed out crit chance and weapon damage, but still, that's a crazy... I'll drop that if somebody needs that. That's too good to deconstruct. Ooh, that's almost a triple god roll. I don't need it, but...
Hostiles are mobilizing in multiple
Good stuff,
districts.
people. That was a excellent tier 10 run right there. Grim, 100% is yours for putting up all the tokens the whole time. That chess piece is yours. GG's, people. Slayer, thank you for jumping into that one. I got my 2 crit damage drops. I'm happy. Alright, Grim. This is... You get first dibs on this, but then if you don't need it, someone else can grab it. But that's all you. Thank you for, again, your tokens. How many do we have now? 178. Do we want to... I think we pop a few caches at the base before we sign out. All right, that was the last run. Grim, thank you as always for your tokens, man, and thank you for running. Nissan, thank you for jumping in again. Slayer, thank you for the good tier 10. That went very, very smoothly.
Agent is no longer in your
Cheers,
group.
guys. Chat, I say we open... We're going to buy 3 more of the random caches at the base and see what we get, just for fun. I forget who it was, but somebody said they got a double god roll striker with Echo out of one of these caches, so... Red Boy, sorry I missed your comment, but the vendor's right here, if you're still watching. So we got the escalation station and panel, and it's just to the left. Escalation requisition, right across from the pilot. We're gonna get 3 random caches. See what we get. Is it possible to upgrade equipment from standard to proto? Yes. Midnight, you just have to get an item to expertise level 30. So you have to be 30 in the system and then upgrade an item all the way up. And then in the proto lab, it will show up as ready for you to upgrade. It costs 1 proto core to do so. See what we get. Badger Tough. A Spaz 12. And a Dare. Interesting. Don't need that. Don't need that. Well, there you go. Nothing that great. And I think that's kind of their intention behind this, is that the costs are super low, but in turn the chances of getting exactly what you want are still pretty out there. So, yeah. There we have it, people. I've been thinking if you do tier 0, you get 3 tokens, so it takes 2 of those to get a random cash and 4 to get the 10 tokens. Wonder if it'd be worth to do tier 0, which is basically heroic for new players to grab their first protos. Probably. Blindy, yeah. I mean, if they're going to be playing on heroic anyway. Excuse me. Then yeah, there's really no reason not to do tier 0. Absolutely, Nissan. Thank you for jumping in. Everybody, I think that is going to wrap it up for us today. I appreciate you hanging out. Thanks for coming by, even with our late start from the unscheduled maintenance they had. We are going to have a guide for the new classified assignment up on the channel probably in the next 60 to 90 minutes, somewhere in there. So if that's something that you need, then feel free to tune into that. And we'll have more videos coming up soon for other stuff in the new update. And I'm very excited to get some more news on this this Brooklyn celebration, which I'm guessing will bring us the Caduceus. But we've got that and the finale coming up, so a lot on the horizon. Everybody, thank you as always for your time and your support. The ending of the stream won't have any music because we realized in the intro that I'm out of Spotify Premium, so I'll work on that for Tuesday, I guess I should say. I'm not going to be here on Thursday, unfortunately. I got something going on. But we will be back live 1 week from today. Raid Leah. Is Leah live? Let's check. Let me see. She is. All right, perfect. We will raid Leah on Twitch if you want to hang around and continue watching and supporting Division folk. Then stay tuned. Actually, wait, why can I not hear this? That's weird. I don't know why I can't hear that. Anyway, as I said, if you want to be a part of that, then stick around. Otherwise, and if you're on YouTube, thank you all for being here. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you very soon. Until then, Rogue Gold out.